Good morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. So now we're starting to get a landscape of this new commitment that you committed to. And for me, I'm starting to feel all the different ways that cream was in my life and different things. This morning I was telling Joseph, I feel really boring. I feel like, God, life is so boring without cream. I'm like, really? So, what's happening for you? What is, as you express this new habit of yours in your life, as you commit to it, what's happening? I'm loving this. So, I've started to move the class in a different way. There's going to be a different wave in it. So, see how you're getting on with it. I started it yesterday. I'll keep going for a few days, and then we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. It's a new wave. So come lie on the floor, and we shall begin. I'd be getting a text from Sinead, no microphone. So I have my microphone. So landing in, feel the floor. Nice. So feet are hip distance apart, flat on the floor, and pushing your feet down, begin to roll up and down along your spine. How do you travel? How does that feel in your body as you rise up and as you lower down? Nice. Next time that you rise, pause. Feet are steady. Knees are slightly moving together. Sense of length through the front of your thighs. Squeeze your bum and then just breathe. Nice. Lowering all the way down. Drop your knees down towards the right and then draw your left knee up and just pause there with your left foot resting on your right knee. Breathe into your ribs, and maybe if you want to move that left arm till it feels like you're opening into the chest and opening into your arm in a really wholesome way for your chest. Draw your left shoulder a bit deeper into the floor, and maybe sink your left knee a little bit closer to the floor. Using your breath. Nice. Come back to center. Bring your arms long beside you. Lift your hips up and pause. Breathing into your belly. Hips are high. Length through the front of your thighs. Nice. And then lowering all the way down. Drop your knees to the left and draw your right knee up and place your right foot on your left knee and reach your right arm to a place that feels like it's wholesome for your arm. I've got Bear's little paw. It's so cute. Nice. Come back to center. Arms long beside you. Lift your hips high. Breathing into your belly, length through the front of your thighs. Drop your bum. Draw your knee up towards the right. So left knee travels right. Reach your arm wide and out to the side. Find the angle that feels really sweet for your shoulder. Nice. Come back to center, both arms beside you. Lift your hips high. Nice. Drop your hips down, drop over towards the left, and lift your right knee up towards your left shoulder, right arm out to the side. Nice. And then just begin to travel. Arms to center, lift your hips high, drop your hips down, over towards the right with your knees. So it's gliders, but with a bridge in between. Lift your hips high, drop your hips down, over towards the left. When I'm moving my arms, I'm not letting my arms just be passive. When I'm rising up with my hips, my arms are beside me. And when I'm dropping my knees down towards the right, my left arm reaches out to the side. Both arms reach out to the side. Center, arms are together, close towards me. And then left, arms are wide. Center, arms are close to me. And then gliders, arms are wide. Center, arms are close. Gliders, arms are wide. Nice. And then come back to center. Pause. Super. So draw your right knee up onto your chest, squeeze it in. And then keep holding onto your right knee with your left hand, and then reach your right arm overhead. So your right arm is now resting on the floor above your head. And then stretch your right leg long so your whole right side is now lengthening. And then bend your right knee, pull it towards you with your left hand. And then stretch your right leg till it floats just above the floor. So I'm trying to have a sense of how do I lengthen into the full of my right side as I move my right leg in, pull it down, and then lengthen it long. Nice. In this time, bring your elbow and knee together, and then lengthen long. Elbow and knee together, and I'm bringing my left hand still to my knee. It feels very nice, and then long. Super. Other side. Hold your left knee towards you with your right hand. Reach your left arm overhead and just leave it there. And then move your left leg only. Stretch into your left leg. Bend your knee, draw it up. Lengthen into your left leg. Bend your knee, draw it up. One more time. Lengthen into your leg. And then bring your elbow and your knee together. And I'm still pulling my knee down towards me with my right hand. Feels very nice. Elbow and knee together. Long. One more time. Elbow and knee together. Super. All the way back to center. Pause. Cool. So lift your knees up so that they're over your hips. Reach your arms up so they're over your shoulders. And I want to shimmy my spine so I feel flat to the floor. And then keeping your knees bent, touch the right foot to the floor, touch your right arm to the floor above your head. Same side is moving. Come back up to center. And then left side, left foot to the floor, knee is bent, left arm overhead, center. Just do that a few times. Knee is bent, arm is reaching, center. Knee is bent, arm is reaching, center. Maybe you want to intensify, so you begin to lengthen a little bit or a lot into that right leg and come back to center. So choosing the distance of the leg is really important. Don't feel like you're struggling. Feel like you're finding your capacity and you're working to expand your capacity. If you move into struggle, then if you do something too strong, then it has a very short lifetime of ability. Whereas if you're always in your ability but expanding, it has a much more wholesome sense in the body. It has kind of consistency, attention, connection built into it. Nice. One more time each side. Super cool. Both feet to the floor. Arms are wide, feet as wide as your mat. Drop both knees down to the right and just pause there. So your feet are really, really wide from each other. So I'm getting length through the front of the left hip. Because we were contracting a little bit into the front of the belly, I'm just giving the belly length right now. Squeeze your bum, push your left hip a bit more towards the right. So you're leaning up and forward into that left hip. Nice. Come back to center. Drop your knees to the left, and squeeze your right buttock up and forward. So there's a sense of you're pushing from behind with the right hip and buttock. And as a result, there's this long line from your right knee into your belly, the quadriceps, the psoas, the sartorius, the iliopsoas, the iliacus, all these amazing bits of you. And come back to center. Cool. So draw both knees towards you. Just have a bit of a squeeze in. Start off with your knees really close together. So you're pulling your knees towards you with your knees close together. And then bring your knees wide. So you're pulling your knees towards your shoulders. Feet are flexing. And again, knees towards your chest. Pull them deeply down. And then knees towards your shoulders. Super duper. Actually, just so that we mobilize a bit more into the hips, keep your toes together and bring your fingertips to your kneecaps. And we're going to roll our knees. So draw big circles with your knees, but my spine is staying flat to the floor. So my knees widen, my knees come towards each other, but I'm doing this big circle with my knees, this sense of a butterfly movement. If you don't want to have your hands on your knees, you don't have to, but keep your toes touching as you do it. It just grounds the movement, balances the movement. And then circle in the other direction. Nice. Both feet to the floor, roll over, coming up into your downward dog, pushing back. And as you pull back, as you push back, really find a sense of length back into your heels. Pause. Nice. Knees to the floor. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. And then lengthen your left leg. Pause. Bring your right hand to your right knee. Turn your chest towards the right. Pause. Great. Both hands to the floor. Step back. Downward dog. Nice. Knees to the floor. Step your left foot outside of your left hand. Lengthen your right leg. Pause. For me, when I say pause, my automatic place to go to is my breath. And I start to go, where's my breath moving here? So even though I'm not moving, I'm tracking movement still. It seems I'm always tracking movement within myself. And so as soon as I stop moving limbs around, then I start focusing on what does my breath meet? Where is my breath? Bring your left hand to your knee, turn your chest towards the left. Pause. Hands to the floor, step back, downward dog, lengthening back. And drop your knees to the floor. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lift your left knee. Bring your right hand to your right knee. Turn your chest towards the right. And then pull your right elbow up towards the ceiling. And then reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. At any stage, you can drop your left knee to the floor or keep your left knee lifted. Breathing into the deep of your chest as you reach and widen. Nice. Two hands to the floor. Step back. Downward dog. And pulling back into your heels. Drop your knees to the floor. Step your left foot outside. Left hand. Lift your right knee off the floor. Bring your left hand to your left knee. Turn your chest towards the left. At any stage, drop your right knee to the floor. Pull your left elbow up and then extend your left hand straight up towards the ceiling. Or if your shoulder doesn't do that, my shoulder, yeah, it's interesting. I want to, there you go, I got it there. Always listen to your body, always adjusting, adapting. Nice. Hand to the floor, step back. Super. Turn your toes towards the right and then begin to bend your knees towards the right and then sit your left bum all the way down till it lands on the floor. Pause. And then push your two hands into the floor so you're sitting more onto the left bum and you're squishing yourself upright more, okay? And then sweep your hands behind you towards the right and hold on to your right knee with your left hand, and your right hand is on the floor behind you. And you're twisting over that right hip, over that right leg. Pause. My right bum is in the air. I could drop it down. It feels very nice having it in the air. Nice. Come all the way back to center. Both hands to the floor. Push back, downward dog. Lengthening back through your legs. Turn your toes towards the left. Bend your knees and drop your right bum down. Walk your hands in and then sweep your hands behind you, holding onto your left knee with your right hand. Left hand is behind you, and my left bum is floating in the air. I could drop it down, but then I feel like I kind of collapse into it. Whereas when I just rest on my right bum, I have this sense of length into my spine. I'm side bending the spine as I twist. It feels very nice. Nice. Come back to center. Instead of coming back up into a downward dog, stretch your legs out long in front of you. Super. And then just roll into your ankles. Make fists out of your hands, roll into your wrists. Last few days, for different reasons, there's been different people visiting this room with me. And so the one thing that everybody says is that this room looks really big from where you see it, but actually the reality is it's actually quite a small room. It's quite interesting. So this is a really small room that I'm in. Not really small, but it's small. Great. So bend both knees and bring your feet to the floor, okay? And then tuck your left foot in and then reach your right hand forward. And my left hand is on the floor beside me, so sandwich, okay? So you're reaching for the last sandwich at the picnic. Come all the way back, both feet to the floor. Tuck your right foot in and then bring your right hand to the floor. Lean your left hand forward. So this is still in that theme of squat on some level. So if you're feeling, you'll feel your hips are being challenged to mobilize. Tuck your left foot in. Reach forward with the right hand. Come back to center. Tuck your right foot in. Lean forward with the left hand. And just see, can you lift both feet in the air? And then lean forward. Lift both feet in the air. And so you're changing side each time. The knee that's bent on the ground, that's the hand that is on the floor behind you. So as I bend my right knee, I lean to the right and then I reach my left hand forward. As I bend my left knee, I lean to the left and I reach my right hand forward. Cool. Come back to center, pause with your feet wide, hold on to your knees and sit up tall. So if you want something like a block underneath your bum, then get it. But actually what we're going to do is you're going to roll up your yoga mat, since we have a yoga mat. Or if you have a yoga block, go get a yoga block. But you're going to roll up your yoga mat so that it's a little bit higher. And you're going to just sit your bum on your yoga mat, okay? Just so that you don't have to go off anywhere to get anything. And then bring your feet wide again. So you're a little bit higher off the floor and your feet are wide. And then bring your elbows between your knees. And I'm going to walk my feet a little bit closer towards me just because I like my feet closer towards me when I'm in this position, okay? And then imagine that you can bring your right elbow to the floor. It's not going to get there, but you're aiming for the floor with the right elbow. And then you reach the right hand up towards the ceiling. And then bring your right elbow down. And then reach your right hand up. And as I bend my elbow to bring it down, I'm following with my head. And as I reach my hand up, I'm following with my head. So I'm always tracking that sense of elbow comes down, I'm watching it. And then I watch my hand reach up. One more time. Elbow comes down. Hand reaches up. Other side. Left elbow tries to come down. And then left hand up. I'm going to do it sideways. Left elbow down. And then left hand up. Left elbow down. Left hand up. Last one. Left elbow down. Left hand up. Then try both elbows. Both elbows reach forward. And then both hands rise up. And as you rise up, you're going to feel that your upper back has to do something to reach your arms up. Both elbows down. Both hands up. Both elbows down. They're not reaching the floor, of course, just to say. And then both hands up. And find the range in your body. One more time. Both elbows down. Both hands up. Super cool. Stretch your legs out long. We'll just do a brief twist. Stay high on your mat and then just twist towards the right. Pause there. Breathing into your belly. And then twist towards the left. Breathing into your belly. Nice. Come lie on the floor. All the way down. So you're going to have to roll out your mat. So for tomorrow, have a yoga block or a yoga, not even a yoga book, kind of like a Encyclopedia Britannica. An old phone book is really perfect. I don't have them anymore, but if you have a phone book type size of a book, then have it for you tomorrow, okay, all right? So come lie on the floor, all the way down, landing in, maybe squeeze your knees up or rock your knees from side to side. How wonderful. How lovely. That was very nice. Great. I'll see you all tomorrow for another day of focus. I'm really enjoying this journey. I'm really enjoying orienting to things to change. Change is amazing. And it's also really difficult. So I'm here changing or orienting to change. And yeah, I can only imagine that things are on the insides of you working away a little bit as you change your patterns. So yeah, I have deep compassion and connection to that feeling. And I will see you all tomorrow for another day of focus. And we've got this. We can do hard things. We can orient to change and persist. Nice. So I'm available. You can text me if you want. And yeah, tell me how you're getting on. Cool.